She was 72, and he was just 25. When they walked down the aisle hand in hand, a palpable wave of disbelief rippled through the small gathering of guests. A collective gasp, quickly stifled, was followed by a hushed, almost reverent silence, broken only by the gentle rustle of leaves in the garden breeze. People couldn't believe their eyes. Their expressions ranged from outright shock and confusion to thinly veiled disapproval, and even a flicker of morbid curiosity. Some guests, caught entirely off guard by the sheer audacity of the pairing, exchanged bewildered glances, their whispers audible to those nearby. They genuinely thought it was a performance, a meticulously staged and perhaps even tasteless joke designed to provoke a reaction, a bizarre social experiment unfolding before their very eyes. Others, unable to reconcile their deeply ingrained traditional notions of love and marriage with the scene unfolding before them, felt a profound discomfort. With a quiet dignity that bordered on furtiveness, they began to make their discreet exits, their chairs scraping softly against the polished stone path as they slipped away, their absence a silent but potent judgment. The air was thick with unspoken questions, with societal expectations challenged, and with a tension that seemed to press down on everyone present, making the gentle strains of the string quartet sound almost dissonant against the backdrop of silent judgment. But what transpired in the moments that followed, what happened that day as Margaret and Ethan stood before their loved ones and their detractors, transcended all initial skepticism. It was a transformation, turning a moment of potential ridicule into one of profound, unexpected beauty, a testament to a love that defied all conventional understanding and spoke directly to the heart. It was a moment that left everyone speechless, forcing them to reconsider their preconceived notions of what a couple should be and what love truly means. Would you ever attend a wedding like this? One that so boldly challenged every preconceived notion of what a couple should be? One that dared to redefine the very essence of companionship? Let us know in the comments below. Share your honest thoughts on this truly unique union and the courage it took to forge it. Margaret had just celebrated her 72nd birthday, a quiet affair marked by the loving presence of her 2 adult daughters and her 4 cherished grandchildren. She was a woman of refined tastes and a deep, abiding intellect, a retired literature teacher who had spent decades immersing herself in the beauty of language, the complexities of human emotion, and the timeless narratives of the world's greatest authors. Her home was a sanctuary, a quiet haven filled with overflowing bookshelves, classical music, and the comforting scent of freshly brewed tea. Widowed for over a decade, she had navigated the profound grief of losing her beloved husband with a quiet strength and a remarkable resilience, finding solace in her books, her meticulously tended rose garden, and the comforting routines of a life lived independently. She had successfully raised her children, seen them establish their own families and careers, and had accumulated a comfortable nest egg through careful planning and a lifetime of prudent decisions. She had enough money saved to live without financial worries. Not extravagantly wealthy, certainly, but comfortably secure and far from struggling. Her days were peaceful, predictable, and filled with the quiet joys of solitude and occasional family visits. Yet beneath the surface of this serene existence, there was perhaps a subtle, unacknowledged sense of a bit of quiet loneliness, a yearning for a deeper connection she hadn't realized she still possessed. Ethan, at 25, was a vibrant force of youthful energy, ambition, and an unwavering determination. He was a newly certified physical therapist, fresh out of his demanding program, brimming with the enthusiasm of someone embarking on a meaningful career dedicated to helping others. He wasn't born into privilege. His background was modest, his family having worked hard for everything they had. But he was fiercely independent, incredibly hardworking, and possessed an unshakable pride in building his life from scratch, one patient success story at a time. He envisioned opening his own practice one day, a dream he pursued with diligent effort, often working long hours to save every penny. He chose to work with seniors because he found immense satisfaction in helping them regain mobility and improve their quality of life, drawn to their stories and their resilience. Their paths, seemingly destined to remain separate given their vast age difference and differing life stages, converged unexpectedly at the local senior wellness center. Margaret volunteered there 3 days a week, sharing her love of poetry with residents, organizing book clubs, and assisting with various community events. finding immense joy in giving back and engaging with her peers. Ethan worked part-time at the same center, applying his newly acquired skills to help seniors with rehabilitation exercises, his compassionate and patient approach making him a favorite among the residents and staff alike. It began innocently enough, with casual conversations in the hallway or during shared coffee breaks. Margaret, ever curious, would ask Ethan about his day, about the challenges and rewards of his work. Ethan, in turn, found himself drawn to her calm demeanor and her surprisingly sharp wit, often lingering a few extra minutes to hear her perspective on a book or a current event. They would discuss the latest novel Margaret was reading, or Ethan would share anecdotes from his day, his youthful perspective often bringing a fresh insight to Margaret's seasoned wisdom. These polite exchanges slowly, almost imperceptibly, deepened, evolving into longer, more personal discussions about their lives, their dreams, their pasts, and the unexpected turns fate can take. What started as a professional acquaintance, a polite recognition of a shared space, slowly, gracefully, blossomed into something neither of them had ever anticipated, something that defied conventional wisdom, societal expectations, and even their own initial assumptions about love and companionship, quietly, profoundly changing the course of their individual lives. The bond that began to form between Margaret and Ethan was an intricate, beautiful tapestry, woven from shared passions, intellectual curiosity, and a profound mutual respect that transcended their generational divide, proving that true connection knows no age. Margaret, with her deep and abiding love for classic poetry, found an unexpected and delightful kindred spirit in Ethan. Despite his young age, he possessed a surprising appreciation for verse, often quoting lines from poets she adored, or introducing her to contemporary works she hadn't yet discovered, sparking new avenues of exploration for her. They would spend hours lost in conversation, dissecting the nuances of a sonnet, debating the meaning behind a metaphor, or simply sharing their favorite lines, their voices often overlapping in their enthusiasm, a symphony of shared intellect. Their discussions weren't limited to literature. They ranged across a vast spectrum of topics, from philosophy and history to current events, the mysteries of the universe, and the simple joys of everyday life. Margaret spoke about life with a profound wisdom, her voice gentle yet firm, imbued with the warmth of decades of experience and a quiet understanding of the human condition. Ethan was undeniably drawn to that wisdom, to her calm demeanor, her sharp intellect, and the luminous spirit that still shone brightly within her. He found himself seeking out her company, eager for their next conversation, for the unique perspective she offered, for the quiet comfort of her presence. He felt seen and understood by her in a way he hadn't experienced before. She in turn found his youthful optimism and genuine curiosity invigorating, a breath of fresh air that swept away the quiet dust of her solitary life. They started going for long walks in the park, enjoying the quiet companionship, their conversations flowing effortlessly. They shared long talks over cups of herbal tea in quiet cafes, deep, unrestrained laughs that echoed through the otherwise silent libraries, and eventually feelings that were undeniably deep, sincere, and utterly unexpected by both of them. It was a connection that felt both new and ancient, as if their souls had recognized each other across time. As their connection grew stronger and more apparent, whispers began to circulate, morphing quickly into outright rumors that spread like wildfire through their respective social circles and even the wellness center. "She has money, you know," people would murmur, their eyes darting with suspicion, their voices hushed but laced with judgment. "He must be after that, looking for an easy life, a way to skip the hard work and secure his future." It's the only logical explanation for such a bizarre pairing. The insinuation hung heavy in the air, a dark shadow cast over their burgeoning happiness, threatening to tarnish the purity of their intentions and the sincerity of their bond. But Ethan, with a quiet conviction that left little room for doubt, was unequivocally clear about his motivations, both to himself and to anyone who would listen. He would often tell friends and family, his gaze steady and sincere, "I have my own job, my own goals, my own dreams of building a successful career. I'm working hard every day to achieve them. I'm building my own life brick by brick. I don't need her money. I just want her in my life for who she is, for the unparalleled joy, understanding, and companionship she brings to my world. Her love is worth more than any fortune." He continued to work tirelessly, saving diligently for his future, actively demonstrating through his actions that his intentions were pure and his love genuine, that his commitment was to Margaret, not her assets. Margaret, for her part, felt a profound sense of peace and joy with Ethan, a feeling she hadn't experienced in years. She knew in her heart that his feelings were true, unmarred by any mercenary intent. What do you think? Can true love truly exist and flourish when one partner possesses significantly more financial resources than the other? Or does money inevitably complicate such relationships, casting a shadow of doubt over even the most sincere affections? Comment below and share your perspective on this complex dynamic. When Margaret finally gathered the courage to tell her 2 adult daughters about Ethan, the news landed like a bombshell, shattering the comfortable predictability of their family dynamics and sending shockwaves through their quiet, established lives. Their initial reaction was one of utter shock, quickly followed by a torrent of concern that barely masked their thinly veiled judgment, embarrassment, and a deep-seated fear for their mother's well-being. "Mom," her eldest daughter Sarah began, her voice a tight whisper, laced with a mixture of exasperation, fear, and a touch of indignation. "He's younger than your youngest grandson, for heaven's sake. This is simply unheard of. What will people say? This isn't just neighborhood gossip. This could become a full-blown scandal, a public spectacle. Are you absolutely certain he's not taking advantage of you? He might be after your savings, your house, everything you've worked for your entire life. You're vulnerable, Mom, and he's so young and ambitious." Emily, her younger daughter, echoed similar fears, though perhaps with a softer, more pleading tone. "We just want to protect you, Mom. We don't want to see you hurt or taken advantage of. This just doesn't make any sense. It's not normal." But Margaret, with a quiet strength that surprised even herself, stood firm against their objections. "You think this is about money?" she countered, her voice steady despite the tremor in her hands. "This is about feeling seen, truly seen, cherished, and alive again. Ethan brings a light into my life that I thought was extinguished forever. He understands me in a way no one else ever has. He challenges my mind and warms my heart. This isn't about what society expects, it's about what my heart needs." She spoke passionately about their intellectual and emotional connection, about the joy and companionship he brought into her days, about the profound sense of peace she felt in his presence. Ethan's parents, too, were initially dismayed. His mother worried endlessly about societal judgment and the potential for ridicule, while his father, a man of traditional values, stopped speaking to him for months, convinced his son was making a terrible mistake, perhaps even throwing away his future. Yet Ethan remained unshakable in his resolve. "If loving her is a mistake in the eyes of the world," he declared to his family, his gaze unwavering, "then I want to keep making it, every single day. My happiness is with Margaret, and I won't compromise that for anyone's approval." His steadfastness, his unwavering commitment, only served to strengthen Margaret's own resolve, deepening her conviction that their love was true and worth fighting for, no matter the cost. On her 73rd birthday, a year after their first meeting, Ethan chose Margaret's meticulously tended rose garden as the perfect, intimate setting for his proposal. The air was sweet with the scent of blooming roses, and the afternoon sun cast long, gentle shadows across the lawn. He knelt on one knee, not with a lavish diamond, but with a simple, elegant silver band, intricately engraved with the word eternity, a symbol of a love he believed was timeless, not bound by fleeting years. Alongside the ring, he held a handwritten letter, his words carefully chosen, imbued with the depth of his feelings. "My dearest Margaret," he read, his voice soft but clear, filled with an emotion that brought tears to her eyes. "You have given me more than any money could buy. Your time, your wisdom, your unwavering heart, and a profound understanding that I never knew I lacked. You have shown me a depth of love I never knew existed, a connection that transcends all expectations. I want nothing more than to spend the rest of my days cherishing you, learning from you, growing with you, and loving you unconditionally, in every quiet moment and every shared adventure. Will you do me the immense honor of becoming my wife?" Margaret's eyes welled with tears of pure joy, blurring the edges of the vibrant rose petals around them. She didn't hesitate. She said yes, her voice a soft, almost inaudible whisper, choked with emotion, her hand trembling slightly as she reached for his, accepting the ring and the promise it held, a symbol of their unbreakable bond. They decided on a small, intimate garden wedding, a setting that felt perfectly suited for their unconventional love story, a place of natural beauty and quiet serenity, away from the prying eyes and judgmental whispers of a larger, more public affair. They wanted the focus to be solely on their commitment to each other, free from external pressures and the need for grand validation. Despite their desire for a quiet celebration, the complex family dynamics remained a significant challenge. Some family members, both from Margaret's side and Ethan's, flatly refused to come, unable or unwilling to accept the union. Their absence a silent but powerful statement of disapproval that stung, but did not deter the couple. Their invitations went unanswered or were met with polite but firm declinations, sometimes accompanied by thinly veiled criticisms. Others, however, did choose to attend, not necessarily out of full, enthusiastic support or genuine belief in the match, but perhaps out of a sense of familial obligation, or a grudging curiosity, or even a secret morbid hope to witness a spectacle, a potential disaster unfolding before their eyes. They came just to see what would happen, to observe this extraordinary event unfold, their presence a mixture of apprehension, reluctant acceptance, and a lingering sense of judgment, creating a subtle undercurrent of tension in the otherwise peaceful garden. The day of the wedding dawned, a gentle sun casting a warm golden glow over the meticulously chosen garden, transforming it into a scene of natural, understated beauty. A soft, fragrant breeze rustled through the leaves of the ancient oak trees, carrying the sweet scent of blooming roses and jasmine. Margaret, radiant and serene, chose to wear a soft lavender dress, a graceful departure from the traditional white, symbolizing tranquility, devotion, and the unique path her love had taken. The delicate fabric draped elegantly, enhancing her natural grace. Her silver hair was elegantly styled, adorned with a single fresh white rose, framing a face that radiated peace, profound contentment, and a quiet joy. Ethan stood beside her at the makeshift altar, a simple arch adorned with white flowers and green vines. Handsome in his tailored suit, his posture confident, his smile calm and unwavering. His eyes, fixed solely on Margaret, held a depth of love and conviction that seemed to defy his young age, a testament to his steadfast commitment and the profound connection they shared. The few guests who had chosen to attend, a mix of close friends, supportive family members, and those curious onlookers, settled into their seats, their expressions a mixture of anticipation, lingering skepticism, and for a hopeful few, a faint glimmer of belief. The murmurs that had accompanied their arrival slowly died down as the officiant began the ceremony, but the underlying current of doubt and curiosity remained, almost a tangible presence in the quiet garden, a subtle hum beneath the gentle music. Then, it was Ethan's turn to speak his vows, and his voice, clear, resonant, and filled with an undeniable sincerity, filled the garden, cutting through the lingering doubts like a warm summer breeze, silencing every whisper. He didn't speak of grand gestures or fleeting passions. Instead, he spoke of profound respect, unwavering devotion, and the transformative power of their love. "This woman," he began, his gaze unwavering as he looked into Margaret's eyes, his hand gently clasping hers. "This incredible woman, Margaret, has fundamentally changed how I see the world. She didn't buy my love with wealth or status, as some have suggested. She earned my profound respect, my deepest admiration, and captured my very soul with her boundless kindness, her extraordinary intelligence, her infectious laughter, and her vibrant, indomitable spirit. She has taught me more about life and love in these few years than I had learned in all my previous ones combined, showing me a depth of connection I never knew was possible. With her, every day is an adventure, a lesson, a joy, and a profound privilege. She is my confidant, my muse, my greatest teacher, and my truest friend." His words were not a defense against the whispers, but a powerful, heartfelt declaration spoken from the deepest part of his being, a pure outpouring of his heart. And Margaret, her eyes shining with unshed tears, her voice imbued with a quiet dignity, responded with equal power, grace, and an honesty that pierced through the skepticism, reaching the very core of every listener. "My dearest Ethan," she began, her voice soft but firm, filled with a profound tenderness, "I may not have decades or even many years to give in the way some relationships promise, in the way society expects, with long futures stretching endlessly before us. But I promise you, Ethan, I will give you the very best of the ones I have left. Every single moment, every shared laugh, every quiet evening, every adventure we embark on will be filled with love, with gratitude, with unwavering companionship, and with a joy I never thought I'd experience again in this lifetime. You have brought a spring back into my step, a song back into my heart, and for that, I am eternally grateful. You are my unexpected blessing, my gentle strength, and my greatest love. The garden was utterly silent for a long moment, the air thick with raw emotion, the weight of their profound vows settling over the gathering. No one moved, no one spoke, as the undeniable truth of their connection permeated the space. Then, slowly at first, a ripple of applause began, hesitant and scattered, then growing steadily until it filled the entire space. A wave of genuine appreciation, a collective exhalation of surprise and admiration. Even some of those who had come out of doubt, their faces once etched with skepticism and judgment, now found themselves standing up, clapping, their eyes unexpectedly moist with tears, their initial cynicism replaced by a profound sense of awe. Some openly wiped away tears, realizing they were witnessing not a farce, not a spectacle, but a profound, undeniable testament to love's boundless, unpredictable nature, a love that defied all conventional understanding and touched the deepest parts of the human heart, leaving an indelible mark on everyone present. 3 years have passed since that extraordinary day in the garden, since Margaret and Ethan exchanged vows that defied every expectation and touched the hearts of even the most cynical observers, proving that love, in its purest form, knows no boundaries. Their love story, once a subject of widespread gossip and intense speculation, has quietly blossomed into a testament to enduring affection, profound companionship, and the quiet strength of an unconventional bond. Margaret is now 75, her spirit as vibrant as ever, perhaps even more so, imbued with a renewed zest for life that Ethan's presence has undeniably ignited. She moves with a lightness that belies her years, her eyes sparkling with an inner joy. Ethan is 28, his youthful energy now tempered with the quiet wisdom, deep understanding, and unwavering patience that comes from nurturing a love so unique and deeply meaningful. He has grown not just in age, but in character, becoming a man of remarkable depth and compassion. They live in a cozy home, not grand or ostentatious, but filled with the warmth of shared lives, cherished memories, and the comfortable clutter of two minds deeply intertwined. Books line every available shelf, overflowing onto tables and chairs, a silent testament to their shared intellectual curiosity and their endless discussions. Lush green plants thrive in sunlit corners, mirroring the growth and vitality of their relationship, adding life and color to their shared space. The air often hums with the gentle strains of classical music, or the joyous, unrestrained sound of their laughter, a melody of contentment and shared happiness. Their days are a beautiful, quiet testament to their enduring bond, a rhythm of shared experiences, mutual support, and profound understanding. They continue to travel, exploring new places with the curiosity of lifelong learners, finding wonder in every landscape and culture, from quaint European villages to bustling Asian markets. They cook together in their small kitchen, sharing simple, delicious meals and intimate conversations that stretch long into the evenings, often accompanied by a glass of wine and the soft glow of candlelight. And, true to their initial connection, they still go to poetry nights at the local community center, their hands clasped, finding beauty and profound meaning in every verse, just as they found it in the unfolding chapters of their own remarkable story. They attend local lectures, volunteer at the wellness center together, and simply enjoy each other's company, whether in quiet contemplation or lively debate. No, it's not a traditional marriage in the eyes of society, not by any conventional metric or societal expectation. There are still occasional whispers, still curious glances from strangers who notice their significant age difference. But Margaret and Ethan have long since learned to disregard them, for their world is complete and perfect within their shared understanding and unwavering commitment to each other. Their happiness is their own, unburdened by external validation. But it is undeniably a real one, built not on societal norms or external pressures, not on convenience or financial need, but on an authentic, unwavering love that transcends age, circumstance, and the superficial judgments of others. It is a love that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that the human heart, when truly open and courageous, knows no boundaries, and that genuine connection can blossom in the most unexpected of places, creating a bond that is both extraordinary and profoundly ordinary in its simple, beautiful truth. So we ask you, our dear viewers, as you reflect on Margaret and Ethan's journey, do you truly believe love like this is possible? A connection so profound and genuine that it defies all logic and societal conventions, breaking free from the constraints of age and expectation? Or do you think external factors such as money, social status, or family approval always play a role, a hidden hand in relationships that seem to stray so far from the norm, subtly influencing even the most heartfelt intentions? We invite your thoughtful comments and perspectives below as we continue to explore the intricate tapestry of love in all its forms. If this remarkable story moved you, if it resonated with the deepest parts of your belief in the power and resilience of love, if it challenged your perceptions and opened your heart to new possibilities, then we encourage you to comment below with this powerful statement, a declaration of defiance against narrow-mindedness. Love doesn't ask for permission. Join our growing community of believers in extraordinary romances, in stories that prove the heart knows no bounds. Subscribe to Wedding Stories for more unbelievable and deeply emotional love stories, tales of devotion that challenge perceptions, break barriers, and inspire the soul, reminding us of the endless forms love can take. Because real life, with all its unexpected twists, its profound challenges, and its beautiful triumphs, often writes the most compelling and unforgettable romances, proving, time and again, that love truly knows no bounds and can flourish in the most surprising of circumstances, leaving an indelible mark on the world.